Well, good day YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today we're looking at a beer that just hit my LCBO shelves. This beer is from the Triple Bogey Brewing Company. This is Triple Bogey Premium Lager. Yeah, 5% alcohol by volume. On the back, what do we have? Triple Bogey Brewing Company was established for the everyday golfer. I really look like the everyday golfer, right? We know how much you love the game, so we brewed a beer that perfectly fit for the fairways, whether you are cruising up the 18th or relaxing on the patio after a round. A Triple Bogey has never been this easy to swallow. And cheers to the 19th hole on those beautiful summer days. Enjoy our crisp, refreshing blonde lager crafted just for you. Triple Bogey, it's okay to say, better hit another. Yeah. So, ingredients: malted, water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. First thing I can say about them, the marketing that they did for this brew is outstanding. It is a symbol that sticks out. It is a symbol that easily fits onto other clothes, and they really went after the golf thing. They went after it hard. It's available at different golf courses. There was golf tournaments where it was there. They have all this golf shirts, golf shorts, golf skirts, trucker hats, hats for on the golf course. They hit their thing. They hit their market. They said they talked to a bunch of golfers to find out what they liked in beer, and they said clean, crisp, and refreshing. So what I'm expecting here is your average, like 5 out of 10 lager. I'm expecting just an average drink anytime lager, a lawnmower beer, if you will. That's what I'm expecting out of this. Okay. Nice head. Crisp golden color. A lot of carbonation moving up in that, though. That is very carbonated. Also has a very, very apparent snap crackle pop. I can hear it from here. Wow, is that carbonated. It is a beautiful looking lager, though. I mean, it has that golden yellow color. It isn't the straw yellow. It isn't the piss yellow. It's just above the piss yellow. Yeah, it is a nice looking lager. It had a nice head. The head is fading, but it isn't fading away as quickly as a lot of heads fade away. It smells kind of like, it smells a lot, I shouldn't say kind of, it smells a lot like a lot of the imported Euro lagers. Grainy, not necessarily malt, but, well, not necessarily malted barley, but grainy, sweet graininess. A kind of grassy hoppiness. So really, it's kind of reminding me of Euro lagers, European pilsners at that. Looks good. Smells kind of. I mean, it smells like a lager, but it doesn't smell like a craft lager. A lot of craft lagers come off with a little more hoppiness to them, or a little more sweetness. This is coming off basically as a European adjunct lager. Well, and I say European adjunct lager over American adjunct lager because though they're made with a lot of the same things, the Europeans usually put a little more hops in theirs when, like Daub and Daub or Heineken or any of that, they usually have a little bit more taste on the back end than like a Busch or something. A Busch or something like that is usually just like a corn soda and nothing else. So this is Pilsner-esque smelling. Let's try it. Cheers. So, good look, below average smell for me. Okay. Basically, if you love craft beer and you're all about flavor, not the beer for you. If you love macro beer and you want to try something, that's local, perfect beer for you. You are a fence sitter and you can drink anything. Great beer to drink with all your macro drinking friends, or great beer to drink just on the patio somewhere. Very refreshing, very clean, very crisp. Exactly what they went for. It's basically, I was reading a bunch of comments on Untapped and a few other places, and I was seeing very pilsnery, which I thought I was going to get after the smell. I was seeing boring, which it is. I was seeing a lot of 1s and 2s given out too, and I don't understand who would give this a 1 or a 2. If you like Coors Light and Bud and all that, you could very much enjoy this. If you like Pilsners, you could very much enjoy this. And if you are a big craft beer fan, you could still enjoy this. It should at least get a 2.5 from a craft beer guy, because even if it doesn't have a lot of taste, there's absolutely nothing offensive about it. This really isn't cold at all, so all the flavors are showing, all the impurities are showing, and there is no impurities. You're not getting a corn taste, you're not getting like a boiled vegetable taste, you're not getting a cardboard taste. This actually just is nothing, really. I wouldn't even say there's much grainy sweetness on the forefront. It's kind of just a slightly graininess period with a little bit of hops on the background, just a tiny bit. Earthy, not even grassy, kind of just earthy. Yeah, it's like you took a couple hop pellets and made a hop tea with them, and then mixed it half and half with like a Pellegrino or a Perrier, because even the carbonation is low on this. It's actually a perfect drinking beer, and it's perfect for the clientele they're aiming at. It's perfect for what they're marketing this beer for. It is perfect for a golf course. It's perfect for a patio. It's perfect as a lawnmower beer. It's perfect as a camping beer. It has nothing to it. There's nothing offensive. There's nothing to punch out and say, hi, I'm here flavor-wise, but there's nothing offensive. There is a tiny bit of flavor, and inoffensive is the biggest thing about this. It's wet and it goes down. Cold, it would be wet and slide down easily. Well, inoffensive on the burp, too. I can't complain about it, other than saying it's boring and there's no reason for me to buy it. And I'm saying there's no reason for me to buy it because there's just so much out there that I could buy instead. If I want to go local, it's a good purchase. If you're not looking to go local, if you just are looking to drink, you could buy anything. $2.50 a can, not a horrible price for a craft lager, not a horrible price. I've seen much higher. But then you're thinking at the same time that you could get a can of Canadian, or you could get a tall boy of Bush for $1.85, so you're saving, what, 70 cents that way? Well, 65. A can of Canadian for $1.95, a can of Daub for $2.05. The can of Daub's going to have more flavor. But in the long run, that 65 cents isn't that big of a deal. I mean, you buy 10 of them and it's $6.50, and that sounds a little more. But if you're only buying one or two, the $6.50 isn't a huge thing, and it gives you something nice to drink. If you're buying pints, you're going to be buying your pints for close to the same price, not quite the exact same. So again, it's not that bad of a price. It would be a good camping beer, as I said, but I would probably still go with, I don't know, Great Lakes Golden Horseshoe or something. If it's even still available, I don't know. Well, because I know that my normal choice, my Nickelbrook Draft, doesn't exist anymore. But this is not a bad beer. There's just nothing to it. If you're looking for flavor, you're not going to get it off of it. I always said boring was I always said golf was boring, and now I know the beer made for golf is boring too. So you know what? Just not for me, but not a bad beer. As a beer overall from myself, you know what? It's probably worth a 5.5. I'll give it a 5.5. I was going to give it a 6, but even as just a plain lager, it doesn't have enough flavor for me. This is more boring than most beers. This reminds me more of cracked canoe, basically soda water. And that's okay. Some people love that. That's perfectly fine. But as a beer overall, for me, a 5.5 out of 10. As a lager, though, as what it is, as a golden lager, as a pale lager, it's probably worth an 8. It actually hits every mark it's supposed to hit. Actually, you know what? Yeah, its carbonation is actually lower, so it actually hits the marks really well. I'll give it an 8.25 as a pale lager, but as a beer for me, a 5.5. So yeah, great marketing, great gimmicks. If you go to their Facebook site, there's some really nice looking women on there. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching Triple Bogey Premium Lager. Bye bye.